Is it true that instant replays on TV have proven umpires and referees more often wrong than right? You'll find out as one of these three contestants wins the chance to drive home in this brand new Pontiac Grand Am in just a split second. And now, here's the star of our show, Monty Hall.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Welcome to our show. Hope you enjoy it here today. And I hope that we have a winner. We have three great contestants. We'll meet them in just a moment. But right now, an answer to your question. Don't cry, kill the ump. Instant replays have proven that umpires are much more often right than wrong. And that's nice to know. And you have been often right than wrong, haven't you, our champion? This is Teresa Schechter, who has won 3 straight days, has given up all chances to take her trip to Paris and a couple of $1,000s in cash. You've amassed $1,685 so far. Anyhow, should you win today, Teresa, the odds will increase because we'll put 4 cars behind the screens. But to do that, you have got to beat 2 new contestants, and here they are.
All right, Monty, first challenger, a man who loves to travel, especially when he doesn't have to pay for it, Calvin Gallagher. And on your right is a breeder of Great Danes in the rare Harlequin pattern. Her name is Dawn Benane.
Calvin and Dawn, welcome to the show. Good luck to all of you. Here's how we play our game. Every time we ask a question, we have 3 answers to that question. You are only obliged to answer 1 apiece. And when all of you do correctly, it's worth $10. If only 2 of you can come up with the answer, then it's $25. If only 1 of you comes up with one of the 3 answers, that person gets $50. Now, you are poised to buzz in, but you can't buzz in until all the questions appear on the screen. At that point, you buzz in. If you buzz in too fast, we have a lockout device that says, you go last. So here we are, Teresa, Calvin, and Dawn, with our first question. Navels are a type of orange, and the Alberta is a type of peach. Now, if you were picking out one of these 3 at the supermarket, what type of fruit would it be? Look at the screen. The Comice, the Santa Rosa, and the wine sap. Dawn.
Wine sap is an apple.
Correct. Teresa?
Santa Rosa pear.
Sorry, that's not right. Calvin?
Santa Rosa is an apple.
No, it's a plum, and the Comice was the pear. Dawn, this is the way the show works. You're the only one to answer a question. You get the entire $50. According to Newsweek magazine, Australia expects 40% more American tourists because of Paul Hogan's commercials for his country. Good day. Imagine just word good day, you get 40% more. So now that we're all interested in the land down under, answer these questions about Australia. Look at the screen. Name its capital city, name its island state, name its largest city. Teresa.
Its capital city is Canberra.
Correct. Dawn.
Its island state is Tasmania.
Yes, and Calvin?
Sydney.
Oh, all 3 know Australia. Paul Hogan's done his work well. You get $10 each. Rivers can be found in the titles of songs that we all know and love, so here are the title of 3 river songs. I've left out the name of the river. Pick one and fill in the name. Look at the screen. There they are. You people at home are trying to fill them in at the same time, so let's see how well you do. Teresa?
Song of the Volga Boatmen.
That is right. Calvin?
Moonlight on the Danube.
Close, but no cigar. Dawn?
Flow gently, sweet Afton.
Yes, and it's Moonlight on the Ganges. Moonlight on the Ganges. Teresa and Dawn get $25 each. For this question, you can earn your letter, and I can earn your letter. All I want you to do is pick a name and give me the middle initial of one of these 3 famous men. This should be easy. Look at the screen. Cecil DeMille and Harry Truman and John Morgan each had a middle letter. Teresa?
Harry S. Truman.
That is right. Dawn?
Cecil B. DeMille.
Yes, and Calvin?
John D. Morgan.
John P. Morgan for Piermont. So you don't get any points, but Teresa and Dawn do get $25 apiece. Let's take a look at the score now. Dawn has 110, Teresa 60, and Calvin, you got to get going. In the culinary world, things aren't always what they're named. Here are 3 popular dishes that aren't what they're named. Pick one and tell me its major ingredient. Look at this. Head cheese, Welsh rabbit, and mock turtle soup. Teresa?
Head cheese is meat.
Yes, right. Meat in aspic. Dawn?
Welsh rabbit is cheese.
That's right. And Calvin? Mock turtle soup is what?
Beef.
Close. Veal, but not beef. So you don't get any points again, and Teresa and Dawn are pulling away from you. But let's see how you do with sports. Here are 3 sports. Pick one and tell me the regulation time to play the game. We're not counting timeouts or overtime, just the regulation time to play the game. Look at the screen. How many minutes for soccer, basketball, and football? And now Calvin's in.
Football's 1 hour.
That's right, or 60 minutes. Teresa?
Basketball is 1 hour.
No, it is not. Don?
Soccer is 1 hour.
Soccer is 90 minutes. They play two 45-minute halves. Basketball, they play in 48 minutes, or college basketball, 40 minutes. Calvin, didn't I say sports would be yours? You pick up the entire 50 bucks. Many articles of wearing apparel have been named after real people. Here are 3 items. Pick one and tell me, was it named after a real person or not? Look at the screen. Was it named cardigan, Macintosh, and the blucher boot? And Calvin?
Macintosh was named after a real person.
Yes, after its inventor. And Teresa?
Cardigan, no.
Cardigan, yes, after Lord Cardigan. And Don, the blucher boot?
No.
It was yes, after a German prince. What do you know, Calvin? Another $50. And just like that, you're in second place. That's why on our type of scoring, you can jump up so very quickly if you're the only one to get an answer, and that puts you right back in the ballgame. Where do nations keep their valuable treasures? Well, here are 3 great treasures. Pick one and name the place where it's safely stored and guarded. Look at the screen. The Mona Lisa, America's gold reserves, and the British crown jewels. Calvin?
America's gold reserves are in Fort Knox.
Correct. Teresa?
The Mona Lisa is in the Louvre in Paris.
That's right. And Don?
The British crown jewels are kept in the Tower.
That's right. The Tower of London. Very good. All 3 of you get $10. Quite often when a hit TV show moves from the network to syndication, it changes its title. For instance, Dragnet became Badge 714. I'll give you the new syndicated titles of 3 outstanding TV hits. You pick one and give me its original title. That shouldn't be too tough when you take a look at them. Matt Dillon, Jeff's Collie, and Ponderosa. Teresa?
Ponderosa is Bonanza.
It was Bonanza originally. Calvin?
Matt Dillon was Gunsmoke.
That's right. And what was Jeff's Collie originally?
Lassie.
Good for you. All 3 of you get $10 apiece. You know, the insurance companies spend millions of dollars advertising their logos or trademarks on television, magazines, and so on. Here are 3 descriptions of things used as trademarks by 3 different insurance companies. Pick one, name the insurance company that goes with it. Look at the screen. The Rock of Gibraltar and Elk, and 2 hands, palms up. I think you should get this, Calvin.
Prudential for the Rock of Gibraltar.
Right. Teresa?
2 hands, palms up is Allstate.
Right. And Don?
The Elk is Hartford.
Good for you. You guys are good. And because you're so good, we got a close match going here. The movies and TV shows have been so popularized that you don't have to be a Trekkie to know things about Star Trek. So answer these questions about Star Trek. Look at the screen. Name the original starship, name the planet where Spock was born, and name the highest rank of Kirk. Teresa?
Planet where Spock was born was Vulcan.
Yes. Calvin?
The Enterprise is the original name of the starship.
Right. Can you name the highest rank of James Kirk?
Captain.
No, he made Admiral. He really got up to Admiral in 3 of his pictures. So Teresa and Calvin get $25 apiece at the end of the first round. Look how close this is. Calvin and Don tied for first, right behind them, Teresa. In our next round, we double the stakes, and then we'll see what happens.